Alright guys, welcome back. This is part 2 of the Pro-MT build. As you guys know, in the first build, we assembled the front half of the vehicle. Well, some of it, anyways. There is one thing that I did want to just go over with you guys, just to make sure you understand it. When it comes to these camber links, okay? If you guys can see, I know it's a little blurry, but you have a larger pivot ball on the outer end, okay? And then inside of here, as I said before, you have a smaller pivot ball. Make sure the smaller pivot balls go onto the shock tower side. The larger ones will go on the outside, okay? This is what's going to go into the knuckle itself. Make sure it's on the third hole and that you use the flat screws for it. Also, as in the picture, if you guys can see that little nub that's right in front of my finger there, that nub on both sides needs to be facing the driver's side when this is being held forward, okay? That'll help you out. Picture yourself sitting in it and you're driving. Well, the driver's side is always to the left side of the vehicle. That'll help you determine what side is driver's and what side is passengers. And that even goes for real cars as well. I work in a dealership, I know, because I'm always asking the customer, is it passenger or driver's side? And they can never really tell me because they think the right side is the driver's side because they're looking onto the car. Well, that's not the case. When somebody refers to driver's or passenger side, whether it's RCs or real cars, always picture yourself in the driver's seat, okay? And that you're always to the left side of the vehicle. Alright? There's a little trick for you, for those of you that did not know. So the first step that we're going to do is we actually need to take our control arms, which are these beefy control arms. I mean, god damn. I'm actually very impressed at how thick that is. I wish I could have some here to give you guys a size comparison, because I know everybody's got one of these tools. I mean, you all have to have one of these tools. To give you a little size comparison of just how thick some of these areas are, sorry, you know, it's substantial. So I have a good feeling that these control arms will definitely take quite a bit of an abuse, as well as they'll just hold up to cornering and everything like that. So anyways, according to the picture, and I'm going to show you guys, in the picture for the control arms, if you take a close enough look, you see those holes right there? Those are on the upper side of the control arm. So that'll actually help determine, I'll get the correct side, what side, how this is actually supposed to be mounted. It's not saying to mount it upside down like so. You want the flat side to be up, okay? So we will line those up into there and there. And then we need to put the aluminum hinge brace in, and then put the hinge screws as well in there. Okay, so we'll just rest that there. We got two very large hinge screws, and let's see if we can do this without getting everything to line up here. You know something? I actually might think that it might be a better idea. I just realized I was trying to put that in backwards. Oh boy, alright, re-edit the film. Alright, so that was a noob mistake. The screw is actually supposed to come from the back side forward, not the front side forward. My deepest sincere apologies. So, that looks a lot better. There we go. We're going to take a 3mm lock nut. We're just going to kind of get it to screw on just a little bit. We'll tighten it down here in a minute. If I can even get that to go on. There we go. This is just to hold everything in place for the moment. Alright, so there's one. You can see the hinge brace right there. Again, make sure the control arms are facing the correct direction, flat side up. Okay, I'll pull this out a little bit. There's the other hinge pin. We just need one more nut. I can't believe I just made that. Hey, everybody makes mistakes. That was a pretty good one. Sorry my hand's in the way, you guys. Alright, so in order to tighten these down, because you really can't get a socket on there 100%, I'm going to take my pliers and just hold the nut as I go ahead and screw it all together. Real quick here. Now you don't want it over tight to where you're like squishing the plastic, because then you're actually going to cause it to bind. Snug is perfectly fine on this, as the nut is a locking nut. And what I mean by that is it actually has plastic inside the nut that grabs around the screw and kind of holds it there. It's not 100%, but for the most part, that screw is not going to come loose. Okay. Alright, so that's tight. Just got to do the other side here. Perfect. There we go. Sweet. Aluminum looks nice in there. Awesome, awesome. Alright, now for the next step, we're actually just going to put this off to the side for the moment, because we're actually going to be building up the knuckles and the hubs and putting all the bearings in, which is the front assembly here, okay? So we're going to start off by taking two, we're just going to do one side at a time. So we got two 5x11s, bearings, two king pins, one for each side. The king pin is this one. It's got a hole in the middle for the pin to go through to hold the hex nut on. Alright. And that's it.